With open enrollment right around the corner, we are talking to independent Doctors of Idaho about what to look for when choosing your next primary care doctor or specialist. So we're joined by founder Jeffrey Hessing, Dr. Jeffrey Hessing that is, and Executive Director Nancy Powell, who can help us get through this process. So a very warm welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
This can be a stressful time of year, right? And making sure that we have the right care is so incredibly important. So first, though, I want to introduce, Independent Doctors of Idaho. Give us a little bit of the history here in the Treasure Valley.
Okay.
I'm going to take that.
Okay.
Basically, we all know what happened to healthcare in the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
And, from my standpoint, practices were bought up, and I believe physicians generally gave up what I considered the holy grail of healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
And so several of us at that time began to say we need to protect our practices, and we came together and formed Independent Doctors of Idaho in about 2013. And at that point, we were growing, we were out visiting and so forth. Well, by 2013, we'd gained enough. We actually then formed Independent Doctors of Idaho in 2013. And that allowed us to basically get the name out there, who we were. And then by 2017, we gained enough membership. We were over almost 1,000 physicians in healthcare.
Oh, wow.
And healthcare personnel.
Now.
Yeah,
So
that's a big network.
we formed then the entity that would allow us to contract together.
Wonderful. Okay, and what are the benefits, though, of having an independent provider?
Choice, for one, is a huge benefit because you don't have a physician who's tied to a particular health system, so they can take you where they feel is most appropriate for care. And cost is another one. Because independent facilities are less costly than a hospital system, not everything can obviously be done at like an ASC, which is an ambulatory surgery center, but a lot of things can be done, and it's about half the cost as if you were to have surgery done at a full-service hospital. Obviously, full-service hospitals are needed in the community, and we really appreciate them, but there's times when it's just more appropriate to have things done at an independent facility, and it will save the member and the patient quite a bit of money.
And I mean, too, speaking as we're all patients, right? But speaking as a patient in the community, especially as some of our healthcare systems are being taxed, and there's just really, really big waits. I imagine this is such an incredible opportunity for so many people to know that this is a resource out there. You'd mentioned over 1,000, physicians, doctors, specialists available. I mean, that's an incredible resource.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit more about those specialists in your network.
So we have just about every specialist you can think of, except for maybe pulmonary.
Okay.
Because most of them are employed by the health systems. But yeah, so from primary care, so your primary care doctors to cardiology to orthopedics, endocrinology, just about everything you can think of, rheumatology.
Wow.
So just about everything that you can think of, we have within our network.
Okay. So if people are interested to know about Independent Doctors of Idaho and perhaps like the insurance that you guys carry, if there's an alignment with patients, if it's the right specialist for them, where do they go for more information? What do they do?
So a couple of places they can go. We have our website, which is the independentdocsid.com.
Okay.
And then also, too, if you go into many of the independent practices, you'll see our little brochures. So that lists all of our providers throughout the state that we have that are participating.
Wonderful. This is such a fantastic resource. And like we'd mentioned, open enrollment is happening, making sure you have the right doctor that fits your needs and is able to take care of you the way that you need to be taken care of is so essential and so important. So thank you for reminding all of us of this incredible resource in our community. All right, everyone, stick around. More to come here on Idaho Today right after the break.